And if they will learn anything, let them ask their husbands at home.
So your man's supposed to be teaching you. That's what the brother was saying earlier.
What if you don't have a husband?
If you don't have a husband, you need to find one. Because this right here is out of order. If you're dealing with multiple men, this is adultery.
Well,
this is spiritual adultery. You can't be doing this.
First,
it's not just like that.
If you don't have a husband, first it goes back to, are you part of this list? Are you on this list? I mean, this list could be limited because there was Israelites were scattered abroad. When we were in slavery, we were scattered. Okay? So you might go under a byword like African American, Arab, whatever it could be, but there's Israelites that go back to this list. Yahushai, the ones they call Jesus, the people he died for are on this list. Okay?
What if you're not on the list?
It's possible you could be. But what it is though, it's through the Spirit, because as through captivity, they scattered us throughout the whole world and taught us false gods. But the only way a woman could be saved if she's part of that nation is through childbearing.
Right.
Because a woman's place is to bear children.
Well, I think that a woman is just...
What does the word woman mean? What does the word woman mean?
Well, that's like me saying I think that I can go out and have children.
That's like me saying I think I can fly and jumping off a building.
Right, but what
It's not possible.
I feel like you guys are kind of like sexist.
Oh, we are.
The Bible is.
So, okay.
Because about this, we're
So
women
you're
to the Most
admitting
High.
you're sexist.
Right?
The word woman literally means servant.
The man is put over the woman.
You gotta understand there's a place for everything. The bees have pollinated flowers.
Yeah.
It's not the other way around. The
But,
flower does not
in this
pollinate.
world right now that we're living, everything's flip flop.
We'll be back. We're just going to take her to the bus stop.
Well, you wanted to see another relationship?
You know, you're on that last verse.
Yeah.
That madness game.
But see, that's why it shows that the women of our nation are out of order, because the first they come up, they would say, oh, I got a lot of husbands.
Well, yeah, that's what they came up here and just tried to sow disorder. You know, we had a rhythm going, man, and they come up here and jump in front of the midst.
Right.
But try to talk about their
But then when they hear about the scriptures about them being silent, they say, oh, you're supposed to learn from your husband. Well, all these Jake women, they don't have no husband. They be getting popped by all kinds of different men that have no responsibility to them. And so then they come, they see all the world's in chaos, and they're like, shit, I'm supposed to ask my husband. I don't even have a husband. When that's a lie, they have many husbands.
That's right. That's why Yahushai. Let's
they have many husbands.
Let's get the account of that in the with Yahushai. This is John 4:16. Yahushai saith unto her, Go, call thy husband, and come hither. The woman answered and said, I have no husband. Yahushai said unto her, Thou hast well said, I have no husband. So yeah, you said that. It says, For thou hast had 5 husbands. And Yahushai knew the exact amount of men that she had slept with. And he whom thou now hast, so now that 6th husband or that 5th husband, it says, is not thy husband. In that saidest thou true.
Because marriage is sex. Every time you lay down and spread your legs and you give yourself over to a man, you become married to that man in the spirit world. Now you might not get a ring, you guys might not even talk the next day, but in the eyes of the Most High, you just became an adulteress. He just became an adulterer.
Well, that's why he said the sex that we have today is considered an abomination. Because back in the ancient days, marriage was literally the ceremony. Like having sex was the ceremony. Consummating the marriage just to meet something. The word marriage goes back to a union. Because people think like it's just about putting a ring on it or having sex. No, it is a union. There is a physical marriage, which is between man and woman, and there is a spiritual marriage, which is between man and the Most High.
And you know what's funny about that? In those Catholic churches, you go to a priest that ain't even married to ask him to marry you. He ain't even married. So what gives him the authority to marry anybody?
Well, according to him, he's married unto the Most High.
Right.
But he tries to fake that spiritual marriage, but won't bring out certain scriptures, won't bring out certain books. Like, that's not a true marriage. If you're married to the Lord, you're married to the entirety of the book.
That's right, you gotta eat the Lord's
Because that is the Lord.
You gotta eat the the whole roll.
And if you can't eat it, it's not for you. It's that simple.
So this ain't no bag of checks mix where you just eat the certain checks.
Yeah, let me get the bread pieces. I'll leave the rest in there. I don't like pretzels and checks.
You gotta eat the whole bag, the whole roll.
Pour it out without mixture.
And you know what? That's why you women, you're gonna get it worse than the men. Because at least a man, you know, of somewhat is gonna be able to defend himself in some form. You know, make a tree he'll have to strain. Women, they're gonna be just up for grabs because like a fish in a barrel. Because there ain't gonna be no safety for them. There's not gonna be no safety. Women walk around now half naked in society. And the only reason they don't get grabbed up is because people are afraid of the police. But once the police are not serving their job, but running out trying to save their own lives, women are just going to be snatched up and made a wife or a concubine. They ain't going to have no question. They're not going to have no say. You know, children are going to be snatched up. Men are going to be out here living their worst fantasies they could imagine. And it's just going to terrorize these people. Because these women, you think it's fun to sleep around with 5 different guys throughout the week. Well, think about 10 nasty motherfuckers you didn't want to fuck you.
In 10 minutes.
Yeah, ramming your ass. Leaving you to bleed out. Because that's what's coming.
Yeah, what did they do to the woman? What did the Levites do to the woman?
Right?
They took her and the whole community ravished her to death.
And that's the thing.
And those were Levites. Those were 2/3. What about all these other nations here in the great melting pot?
And that's the thing, like, people don't get it. This shit already happens. They act like when we talk about rape, it's not a real thing. They act like when we talk about mass murder, there aren't 50 people that die in a gay nightclub within a matter of, what, 30 minutes? Like, this shit is real. The Most High is literally getting you prepared by doing all these, quote-unquote, evil, wicked dealings. Like, this is preparation for what's going to happen. You're going to see people get shot in the head for doing absolutely nothing. A dude's going to be riding in his car, breaks down. A marauder comes up, caps him, his wife, and his kids. Might rape the dead carcass. Shit like that already happens. But continuing in chapter 9 of Revelation, verse 20, it says,
So listen, there's one way about this. If you're looking for a man, you want one of these men on this line, bow down and ask for one of us to deal with you. Yeah.
prostrate.
Right.
Don't you feel like you guys didn't call it a religion, you call it a cult, right?
No. I said this is a heritage.
Okay, don't you feel
This is your heritage as well.
It's not, but
Okay, you don't have to
feel
claim,
like
but it's
your
still yours.
heritage is sexist?
Yes, it's very
Women
sexist.
has a place.
And why
Women
you
has a
guys,
place.
why are you okay with your heritage being sexist?
Because everything in this world has a place. A flower is not trying to be a tree. Wait, a bird is not trying to be a bee. I'm not trying to be a woman. I know my place. No, I'm giving you an answer. Everything has a place.
Hey, let this group answer. I'll answer your question. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 2. Now I praise you, brethren, that ye remember me in all things, and keep the ordinances as I delivered them to you. So in this Bible that we believe pertaining to a certain people, and we're part of that group, we obey it. Because these are laws and commandments given to us on how to survive and live. It says in verse 3, but I would have you know that the head of every man is Yahushua, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Hamashiach is Yahweh.
So in that order, it goes the Heavenly Father, the Messiah, man, woman, children.
Right? Verse 4, every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonoreth his head.
None of our heads are uncovered. Go ahead.
But every woman that prayeth or prophesieth without her head uncovered, dishonoreth her head.
Like the brother said, this is your heritage. Go ahead.
For that is even all one as if she were shaven.
So if a woman don't have her head covered when she's dealing with something scriptural, which should be all the time, then she might as well shave her head bald. Go ahead.
Verse 6. For if the woman be not covered, let her also be shorn. But if it be a shame for a woman to be shorn or shaven, let her be covered. Meaning if a woman is walking around here without her head covered, honoring her husband, because women are supposed to be married. You ain't supposed to be having single women just having different partners every night. Right.
That's not their only purpose, but it's their main purpose.
No. You know what it is? You are.
Well, they're right.
Let me show you a picture.
You have.
Let me show you a picture real quick, okay? So it edifies you a little more. See this? See this? All these images right here. This thing just happened to men. This also happened to women. So women were in order at one time where they wanted to be that. They wanted to bear children. The greatest thing they could have been was a mother. And then after a mother, a grandmother. But now, they took that away from the women. Not just our women, but every nation's women. Now, they rape them. And that's all it is. If you're being slept with a bunch of different men, you think that's freedom? That's rape.
No, you're using slavery.
It is slavery.
No, you're using slavery to make for, what was it, culture.
So let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Let me ask you something.
No.
Let me ask you something. Hey, let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Do you see this? Do you think this has an effect on a person's mentality, their morals, their value? So if these people had children, do you think it would affect the way that they raise those children, those women? Well, then them being affected from this slavery, so on and so forth, even though you're still in slavery today, that's why you have to pay tribute to Caesar. This is you're still in slavery. You're still in slavery and you just don't know it.
See, that has paying taxes has nothing to do with Caesar.
Look at the price on women.
Taxes is tax. Look, me paying taxes is helping you out right now because yes, it is.
Explain.
I'm gonna
Okay,
jump to
let me explain to you. When I pay
1
taxes,
Corinthians
it allows
11, verse 8.
No, you're
For
not
the
gonna
man
overtalk
is
me.
not of the woman, but the woman of the man.
Right, the woman of the man. The word cult means to worship, so get your words
You know,
right.
you're wasting your
Neither
time.
was the man created for the woman.
Neither was the man created for the woman, because look at the disorder women sow.
No, can I say something?
But the
though?
Oh,
woman
you're done.
for the
Let the
man.
woman keep silence. Not of the woman, but the man. Go ahead.
For this is the cause of the woman to have power on her
Does
own
your
head.
religion say anything about having respect for women?
I'll pull out this. I respect the job you do because I can't do it. I can't be a woman. So I respect your role.
But
You need to
women
respect
don't
your
even
role.
take part in their role.
Respect your own role.
I do.
No, you don't, because you said I got multiple husbands.
No, I was
You're a whore.
joking. I'm a whore.
You don't joke with shit like that.
That's a whore. That's a nasty spirit.
Look, you have a lot of time on your ass. If I was you guys, I'd get a job.
I don't. I have a job.
Go
This is
practice a
Sirach
real
25 and 13.
I work over 40
Give
hours
me
a
any
week.
plague but the plague of the heart, and any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman.
The reason why, see, the women are out of order now, but as soon as martial law comes into place,
They're going to be screaming for
once
me.
the police can't help you no more, you women are going to be taken and sold for wine,
That's right.
or eaten, or
That's
used as sluts. They're going to pick you out.
That's
You
right.
have no power. You cannot defend yourself from men.
Let me get verse 16, brother. I had rather dwell with the lion and the dragon than to keep house with the wicked woman. So I'd rather dwell with the lion and the dragon than with the wicked woman, because this is the problem with the world today. One of the problems that the world has, that slavery has sown within the women. Disorder.
You
Disorder.
guys hate women?
No, a nation needs
Hey.
women. We love our women. That's why we're even out here.
You know, you're
I hate-
talking all
I
because
hate-
you're
But you know what it
very
is?
angry. If
You know what
want
it
to-
is?
Because we are angry.
What?
You know what
You're
it is?
mad
You
at-
never
you're
met a
still
real
mad
man
at
till
slavery,
today.
but you're not doing anything.
Hey,
It's not a big
hey,
thing.
hey,
You
listen.
guys are using.
You met a real man today. Mark that in your calendar.
No, mark that in your
these
spirit.
men right here today are the first real men you
Say
ever
no all
met
you
in
want
your
with the
own
flesh, but your
entire
spirit
life.
knows.
Don't
Go ahead, I'll-
Yeah,
Just gonna
come
get
on.
this.
Yeah, let me get it.
The wickedness of a woman changeth her face, and darkeneth her countenance like sackcloth. Her husband shall sit among his neighbors, and when he heareth it, shall sigh bitterly.
So, I know what a lion's gonna do if I dwell with a lion. Eventually, it's gonna get hungry and it's gonna eat me. I know what a dragon's gonna do. It's gonna get mad and burn me up. I don't know what a wicked woman's gonna
With
do.
all your idols.
A wicked woman will come to me at night after sleeping with my best friend, have his baby and then make me raise it. And don't switch off like that. Because that shit is real.
That's your personal issue.
No, that's not a personal issue because I don't have kids.
That's general.
That's other brothers' issues. That's Jake women in general. Our nation is fucked up, men and women.
Did you guys not have moms growing up?
I had a great mom. So you're just trying to reach. Because right now you're drowning.
But women lost her virginity.
My mom's a fucking whore.
Right, you're mad at women. That's why
I'm not mad at women. I love my mom. I'm just telling you as it is. I don't romanticize the truth. My mom, according to the scriptures, is a harlot.
All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. So all wickedness that you see is little compared to the wickedness of women. Alright? It says, let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. So we don't even want you to bow down before us. We don't want no wicked women. We ain't concerned with you.
No, I don't think
we got bigger fish to fry.
You will cause more problems in a man's life. That's what that scripture's getting on. Your women are so wicked, the men hate their wife. It's such a disgrace. You have become such a disgrace. Because you're supposed to be quiet. Out here, you're being like clowns.
No, you guys are.
This is Isaiah 4. Yeah, I'm going to say that. Isaiah 4 verse 1. And in that day, 7 women.
Don't even go back and forth.
And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, will we eat our own bread?
Right, so this is what these women going to be doing in these last days. 7 women going to take hold of one man. Go ahead.
Let me say something.
We will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name.
That's what these women are going to be doing. 7 women going to be grabbing one man and saying, let us be called by your name. Because they're going to see all the crazy stuff that's happening. Famine, destruction.
Right.
All right? Race war.
That's right.
Riots.
That's right.
Don't get happy.
Hey, but let me say something. Because like I said, I'd rather dwell with the lion who I know is gonna eat me than a fucking wicked woman. Because I saw you trying to videotape and get me to incriminate myself by saying my mother's a whore. I've called her a whore to her face. So don't you dare do that back dirty dealing. This script is way truer than any woman or man on this earth.
No, it's alright. You're gonna have your day.
Yeah.
You're gonna have your day.
No, you know what I
Let me get a script.
I can't wait to see you in the kingdom.
In that day shall the branch of Yahweh be beautiful and glorious, and the fruit of the earth shall be excellent and comely for them that are escaped of Israel. And it shall come to pass that he that is left in Zion, he that remaineth in Jerusalem, shall be called holy, even every one that is written among the living in Jerusalem.
Right.
When the Lord shall have washed away the filth of the daughters of Zion.
That's right. Washed away the filth of the daughters of Zion. By how? By their blood.
Right.
All right, there's going to be a lot of death. That's why, hey, we do hate the women on this side.
That's right.
We don't even want no woman to bow before us because your wickedness is great.
You're broken.
We ain't worried about you.
And what she'll do is she'll bow before you, pull out a knife behind her back and stab you in the heart. Coming back up.
God, let me get at it. And shall have daughters, and shall have purged the blood of Jerusalem from the midst thereof by the spirit of judgment and by the spirit of burning.
The spirit of judgment and the spirit of burning, who that clown was confused about, thinking it was talking about a hell, which the word hell goes back to Gehenna. So that's what it's talking about, is that destruction and burning, that judgment.
I got bad bitches on my side, bro.
Hey, keep it bad.
That's why
they're gonna be good on the other side.
That's just evidence of why these women need this. The women, they need to be put to death. The only reason they'll behave is if they see another woman be put to death. That's the only way they'll behave. Women are so wicked because they're controlled by their emotion. And when they're controlled by their emotion, they get themselves caught up in all kinds of craziness.
Hey, you a damn feminine,
Bible
man.
sex.
That's right.
I got bad bitches on my side, right?
Hey, keep them bad bitches when you burn up
you just don't
destruction.
Wait.
That's
Listen.
that guy from last week.
I know
Yeah,
who it is.
that's the reptilian. He was talking about reptilians and stuff.
Hey, but he knows his what? He's a
Hey, I guess you found your holy grail.
That man there is an abomination to the Most High, because he's just like a ship in the ocean. He just goes this way, goes that way, goes this way. He's gonna be lost and destroyed in the kingdom too. Destroyed before the kingdom.
Because that's evidence why 7 women are going to cleave to one man.
Right.
Because he ain't going to do nothing in that day.
There is no men out here. You're not men if you shave your face. You're supposed to be keeping